Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you can see my screen and also hear my voice clearly. So we are late, we're like 17 minutes into time. We'll start off with the chart on our screen. This is Brent oil. So basically we just want to look at a brief analysis of what we expect to be happening on this symbol. We want to see exactly what we expect to be happening in the course of the week and also during the coming weeks. We'll move on. Let's see from the daily. No, this is daily already. We'll start from the weekly. I'll let it load fast. So if you look at this chart the way it is now, you can see that there was a massive decline from this point. The price went massively to the lower side. There was this minor correction. It continued down and then it came back up, and then somehow it began to consolidate around this level. So instead of proceeding to the upper side the same way we were seeing a reversal, it somehow started to consolidate in an upward manner. So give me a second, let me set my screen clearly. This is the chart I wanted to get to. So now we can see what has been happening since 2007, 2002. So look at it from this point, from when the price was here. There was a massive move to the upper side from this point. We had the price open here. We had price open around this point. It came up to that level here and then closed there, then proceeded up to that resistance. Then there was this correction and then it continued up, and then we had a correction, then it continued up, and then it had a correction, and then there was this continuation to the upper side. Then we had a correction, and then there was another continuation to the upper side, another correction, then there's a very big move to the upper side, the one which saw price hit the highest high. So this was in 2008. Before there was this crash to the lower side, it actually went below the previous level which we had here. After that it continued up, it came back down, and then it continued up, down, and then we continued up somehow. So there's a reason I'm drawing all these zigzag. They are very useful. I'm going to tell you exactly how we can use them. We have that as a correction, and then there's the next move to the lower side. Then we have another move upwards. Then just in the course of this 2014, there was this massive decline. We had another correction upwards. Then we had this move to the lower side, another move to the upper side, then another one like this, and then there's this impulsive move to the lower side, and now the price is somewhere here. So I'm going to explain why I'm drawing all these lines. The reason I'm drawing these lines is because they are very useful when you're using the fib levels. So what we expected to be happening, we expected price to move from this low up to 51.57. Unfortunately, that has not happened. The price barely hit 47.1 and has reversed again to the losses. So if you take the fib levels, we take this as the swing high, and then we use this here as the swing low. We'll use that as the swing low. Let me make the appearance much better. You can see that we actually wanted price to come up to around 61.8% fib level. So that has not happened. The price hit the 50.0% fib level, and somehow it has reversed to the losses. So we do expect a continuation downwards on this chart. If you look at the Brent oil now, keep looking for sell orders. Expect price to break below 38.2% fib level, and that should be, expect price to break below this level 44.30, where if it goes below successfully, we are already below 44.30. The next level is 38.40. The next level again is 31.0, and then the last level is 0.0. So this should be around 19.21. This is the lowest low so far. If the price can break below this low, then we do expect a continuation much lower up to around this point. This is the lowest low so far. The last time the price was there was in 2001. You can see just that in one year, almost 1 year, the price has gone back up to the same place where we started before. So should the price come back to this point 16.57, then this will be the ideal place to look for a buy from. If the price can successfully come back up to 16.57, then this will be the correct place where we want to look for a buy from. So as it is now, this is still a very good sell for us. We are still looking for sell positions. We still expect price to break below these fib levels with our take profit around 16.57. Our stop losses is at 61.8% fib level. If the price violates this level 61.8%, then that may mean we are now upwards up to the next level, which is this one, 69.58. So the same chart from the daily point of view, let's see what we have. So if you look at it on the daily, there's something else which looks very, very interesting. On the daily chart, we have this as the swing low, and then this as the swing high. So from the daily chart, we are somehow to the upper side where the price is moving upwards. But let's draw it correct so that we confirm that it is true that this is upwards. We pick this shape first of all, and then we also pick this. These minor things are really interesting because they show you the strength to a given direction. We have this, and we have the next one. All these are just minor shapes within the main shape. This one, and then we have the next one, which is this. So the fact that the price has gone below this level is a very good sign that somehow we're likely to see price retrace even much lower. We do expect it to close below 40.43%, this level here, where if that is true, that's by the end of the day the price is below this level, expect it to proceed lower up to this point, 38.2% fib level. The last place where the price needs to pull back up to is 50.0% fib level. If it closes below this line, then expect it to proceed up to this low, the low which you've looked at, 16.57, this one. So that is my opinion on Brent oil. Let's see what we have on natural gas. This one too will start off with the monthly, the weekly chart. So the weekly chart, with that, before we draw anything, we have to look at the past, what has been happening so far. This is the lowest low so far we've seen. It's the lowest low. We don't have any past records below 2016, but you can see from this point the price moved up. There was a correction, it continued up, we had a correction, up, then a correction, then up, then we had a correction, up, then there's this correction. So if you look at this keenly, you can see that this is a shape, a converging wedge formation. We have a wedge here. This is a very good wedge formation, and then on the lower side we have this. It doesn't look very good, but this is also another shape here, and then you also have another line from the top. Then we have a resistance here at 2.877. We also have a resistance here, and then we have another resistance here. Then we have another resistance at this point. The red line which you're seeing, which is moving now, this is not my line, this is the ask line, so I'll remove it. It's no longer there. So on this chart, we actually are looking for a sell, but only when the price gets to the first resistance which I've just drawn, this one, 2.877. If the price comes up and bounces off from this level, then that will be a good place to look for a sell from. We expect something like this. That is, the price may move up to the upper line, then bounce off from that line to the lower side, or the price may break above the upper line, retrace back like this, and then continue to the upper side. This is what may happen. So if you're on this chart now, you're supposed to look for a buy when if the price successfully closes beyond 2.877, then that will mean we are upwards. But if okay, sorry, Manuel Bobby, you're asking, is crude oil going up or long term? Okay, crude oil is downwards. Crude oil is bearish. Crude oil is downwards. If you're looking for a sell here, if you're looking for a buy here, do not look for that buy now. The reason I'm looking for a sell is because of this. Let me draw it afresh. Just a second. If you check the daily chart, look at this. There's a very good shape, a contracting wedge formation here, and then you also have another one from the bottom. So this now forms this is known as the converging wedge formation. All this while from June of this year, July of this year, August, the price was within the shape. Then earlier this year, earlier September, this candle actually broke below. So after this breakout, you're supposed to have been looking for a sell. We actually still expect a sell up to this support. Technically, we do expect more sellers to come in up to 37.97. So I don't recommend you look for a buy now. Do not buy it. Do not buy it now. Just keep looking for sell, or that is really much safer to look for a sell than to look for a buy on this chart. So another thing, the other reason why I'm recommending a sell, if you check the 1 hour chart, I'll add an indicator. This is the alligator, the standard alligator indicator. You can see that somehow we have a downtrend. From this moment when the price went below the alligator itself, we've been downwards, downwards, downwards. There was an attempt to break above. It again came back and closed below. So from that point, we are still downwards. So do not buy this pair. Do not buy this symbol. Do not buy Brent oil. Keep looking for sell orders up to this point. So I hope that answers you. That answers you correctly. That's my opinion on crude oil. Keep looking for sell orders. Expect it to proceed as I've just said. So back to gas, natural gas. So these are the two possible scenarios I expect on this. Either the price may break beyond 2.877, then retrace back and continue up, or it should bounce off from this point, then head straight towards 2.084, and then the next level is 1.580. I hope that is clear now. So that should bring us to the end of today's session. That's what I expect to be happening on the two symbols. I expect an active sell on crude oil, and then I expect the current buy on natural gas to continue, but only up to this level, 2.877. So thank you very much. I will meet again next week at the same time.